Let's go. Let's get this done. Friday. We're live. YouTube, you have found Wall Street sizing up. We're glad you're here. This is stock market news today for March 5th, year of our Lord, 2021. This is quick bites. I am going to go quick today for the geeks and the traders and the misfits. And hopefully there's most stuff you won't find on CNBC, but you probably will find some. I'm going to try to do this under 10 minutes. I think my record's 12. Is it 12? Yes, 12. So let's get to it. Markets today. What a seesaw of an effing day, man. So S&P 73 up. NASDAQ 204 up. Dow Jones almost 600 up. Here's how wild it swung. Dow Jones looks like it was down. I don't know. It wasn't down much. It might have been down 100, 110, but the NASDAQ really got down to, I want to say it was like 300 plus down and ended up 196 up. So that's good to see. And now it's about 204 up. So, all right. I want to start off with, first of all, Twitter. Elon Musk is not dead. There he is. He's very much alive. Checked it on Snopes. So there you go. All right. The big angst we all know is the 10-year Treasury bill. It is above the S&P dividend yield still. So that's why the jerky, choppy markets are taking place right now, as we all know. But today's, I believe, I've got it here in my notes somewhere. I believe that the jobs report came in and exceeded expectations. The U.S. added 379,000 jobs, which we all know. Unemployment rate stands at 6.2%. The leisure and hospitality sector added 355,000 positions of the 379,000 jobs. That's good to hear. Need the hospitality to come back so we can all get back to enjoying life. All right. Costco missed expectations. It missed earnings due in part to higher wages and amid the pandemic. I'm going to try to go quick, guys, so I'm not going to do as much commentary as I usually do. Dr. Seuss books are dominating the list of Amazon sellers. This is some funny shit right here, boys. Dr. Seuss books are dominating the list of Amazon sellers after the author's estate announced it would end the production of 6 books with racist imagery. Dr. Seuss currently holds 15 of the top 20 spots. So the woke, whether I agree or not, this guy's definitely not going broke. Yeah, look at Amazon bestseller. This is books right here. You can see, boom. This Mo guy is doing. He is literally. What is that? He holds all but a Jordan Peterson, another conservative, holds the 12th spot, and there's a couple of other little Stephen Kings on there, I see. But for the most part, yeah, he is killing it. So I'm sure his estate is proud of that. China is increasing its R&D spending for frontier technologies by over 7% over the next 5 years. And spending on basic research is going up 10.6% this year as a part of the 14th 5-year plan. I said that right correctly. China also said its GDP growth target is at 6% this year, below expectations of 8% this year. China focus on semiconductors comes from following a 6% decline in its vehicle production in January due to the automotive chip shortage. China accounts for a third of all global production, all car production, which I did not know. A third. 33%. We can bring those jobs home, especially as much as cars are now. Come on, Elon. And we'll talk about Mr. Musk some more too. Despite investing heavily in chip industry over the last 5 years, around 80% of the parts required for chip manufacturing are still imported into China. Although it's funny, China has the most rare earth mineral mines, so they export that out. Gets turned into chips. And they import it in. Does it sound like some other country you might know? Yeah. The U.S. exports sanctions on the U.S. export sanctions on China's largest chip manufacturer, SMIC, have affected the country's chip supply. Let's just say big time. We talked about the U.S. adding jobs. Texas was overcharged. Check this out. Texas was overcharged close to $20 billion. This from the Wall Street Journal says $16 billion during the power freeze. So a lot of people made a lot of money off that damn freeze. Not too happy about that, especially being in Texas. Gap reported revenue of $4.4 billion, down 5% year over year in fourth quarter. However, its profit for the period increased by 27% to $234 million. Its overall sales in 2020 did decrease by 16%, but they're still doing $13.8 billion in sales, and that is the gap. All right. Something you will not see on this is, I don't think this is it. No, this is not it. Binet Labs, but I do want to say this is this pretty cool science little moment here. Binet Labs launches with plans to attack brain tumors with tiny guided robots. This is why you invest in biotech. Now, it's a 10-year. It's really a 10-year investment, but they go up and down. And clearly, there's a ton of biotechs, and a lot of them are pump and dump scams. But this is pretty cool. Binet Labs has unveiled a tiny remote-controlled device designed to travel through the human body to deliver medicine where it is needed the most. The robots are smaller than a millimeter and have very few moving parts. They can navigate through tissues and go where surgeons cannot. The Bionets work like miniature screws. So if they have to tunnel through tissue, they work like a screw, pushing their way through the body while being guided by a magnetic field generated outside the body to get to where the tumor is and essentially attack it, right? Very, very cool. All right. I saw this by JP Morgan. I thought this was pretty freaking cool. Is this the one? No. This is it right here. I want to show you this. Okay, this is about the media. So if you didn't distrust the media before, I'm not saying they just kind of, not distrust, they just blow stuff out of proportion, right? So you've got actual causes of death here. You've got Google searches for causes of death, and then you've got what the media covers. This is the media coverage in New York Times 2016. This is the media coverage, The Guardian 2016. So where you're left, right, conservative, liberal, whatever, look how different this is. This is the actual causes of death in 2016, and look is what is reported and how much of it is. Terrorism, under 0.5%, but yet it gets 35% and 33% of news coverage. Homicide, terrible, literally 1%, and it gets 22 to 23% of the coverage on news, on public news channels, on cable news, on all news. Suicide, 1.2%. It's covered 10%, 14%. And then it just goes, as we go up this stack just gets smaller and smaller, except for cancer. It's really unbelievable. The media frequently reports on homicides and death caused by terrorism. The reality is that you're far more likely to die from diseases related to age and health, right? This illustrates the bias towards sensationalism within media coverage and how it is in little relation to what most people actually experience. This is the disconnect between media and what is actually going on in the world. But it's the same, and my point here is the markets. The same thing happens in financial circles, right? We typically tweet about meme stocks. Hey, this tripled. Never gonna believe what I did. Here's how I screwed up. Here's the 100 trillion pixel image that sold for $17,000. That's great and good, but it does not match our lives. So Twitter's the same way. Did you know that 10% of the Twitter accounts account for 90% of the tweets? It's not even the 80-20 rule. It's the 90-10. It's crazy. So I want to bring you to that to your attention. We'll get to this in just a second. Bitcoin mining company Cypher is set to go public via a SPAC at $2 billion valuation. That's pretty crazy because I think their last voting round was, I don't know, I think they were valued at like $500 million. All right. Let me take you with the JP Morgan crypto survey. Here's what it shows. 11% of institutional clients invested in crypto. This is JP Morgan, big bank, as we all know. So 11% of their institutional clients have invested in crypto. I think that's huge. Almost a tenth. They did this big survey. A tenth of the surveyed investor firms said they have invested in crypto. Of the 89% who aren't invested, 22 said they're likely to do so in the future, and the remaining 78% said they were not going to. So we're going to get about a 20 to 30% adoption rate is what this is showing me here. That said, 58% of the participants, right? So 60% of the institutional participants in this survey believe crypto is here to stay. 7% believe cryptocurrency will become the most important asset in your portfolio. Very cool. And you can see the survey 3,400 investors, 1,500 institutions represented there. All right, we reported this yesterday. I just thought that this was a funny quote from Mark Cuban. Dallas Mavericks, as you know, are accepting Dogecoin as a payment using BitPay. Mark Cuban. So the Dallas Mavericks are the Dallas NBA basketball team here, right? Embraces projects being built in crypto space en masse. The token originally was created mocking cryptocurrency, basically a meme coin, but it's surged, right? It's gone from literally a tenth of 1%. It went as high as 9 cents. I think it's down to around 6% now. Mark Cuban said the Mavericks decided to accept Dogecoin. Why? Because we can. Drug maker Amgen announced the acquisition of cancer developer 5 Prime Therapeutics. Thank you very much for that, by the way, because it jumped 70%. If you subscribe to stocktrade.tips, boom, you had 5 Prime. We called it out 2 weeks ago. So the stock price did jump 70% as of yesterday. All right, the Indian government. Let's talk about them because I think this is how we beat China, or at least we keep China kind of in their place, if you would. The Indian government will offer Tesla incentives to reduce production costs if the automaker pledges to move all of its manufacturing from the China to the South Asian nation. In an interview with Reuters, Transport Minister Nitin Gadkari said rather than assembling the cars in India, they should make the entire product in the country by hiring local vendors. Then we can give higher concessions. Elon, I hope you're listening. That is awesome. Very cool. And this is the way that you can move out of China and not have to worry about the politics and the optics and all the BS that comes with doing crap in China, right? Now, you can still sell there. I'm sure they'll let you. We'll see. All right. Tesla also in the news, right? By the way, Tesla under 600 for the first time since December. So that's big. But Tesla partnered with a nickel mine to secure the resource, which is key to the production of lithium-ion batteries in electric vehicles. The Gora mine is located in New Caledonia, a French territory in the South Pacific. Tesla will become an advisor for the mine, which is owned by Brazilian company Vale, right? You can see it there. As part of the agreement, Tesla will assist with product and sustainability standards. It will also receive some of the nickel supply for its battery production. This is big because in February, Elon tweeted, "Nickel is our biggest concern for scaling lithium-ion cell production." Cool. All right. Following China's ban on Clubhouse, TikTok owner ByteDance is reportedly building a clone separate from about a dozen other Chinese live audio apps that were launched in the past month. So people are trying to catch up there. All right, let's talk about San Francisco and New York City. They're loosening up a little bit. You know things wrong. Like I watched this video last night. It was the Bill Maher show. Clearly he's on the left. I like Bill Maher though. And Megyn Kelly was on there, and she's kind of right of center, if you would. And most people think she's like way right, but she's really not. But the world's gone mad when they agree. Like the whole show, they agree on everything per I think the real topic was cancel culture that they really formed a bond on, if you would. San Fran opening theaters on Wednesday, and NYC lifted the curtains today with pandemic precautions, of course. Theaters are capped at 25%. Wearing a mask is required except for when you're downing nachos and Cokes in NYC. In San Francisco, you can't buy any concessions, but who doesn't sneak that S in? You know what I'm talking about? That's right. All right. 30-year fixed rate topped 3% for the first time since July of 2020. So that's very interesting. It might signal the end of a period of record low borrowing costs, which contributed to a refinancing frenzy and house buying boom. So if you're a builder out there, take notice. All right. Ripple's. All right, this is next. But Ripple's long time. Actually, this is right. Sorry. Ripple's longtime RippleNet and on-demand liquidity user MoneyGram faces a class action lawsuit for allegedly misleading investors about XRP. It is customary for independent law firms to announce class action lawsuit after major legal actions against public companies, and that's just completely wrong. But it happens. It happens all the time. In this case, the Rosen law firm, as you see, wants investors who bought MoneyGram securities between June 17, 2019 and February 22nd of 2021 to join the class action lawsuit. This is BS. Like, if you're in crypto, whether you like the XRP or XRP army, that's not the point, right? This is just wrong. One, and we're going to get into, as expected, Ripple's billionaire executive chairman Chris Larsen. He's filed a motion to dismiss the SEC's lawsuit related to his illegal sale of XRP. The motion is Larsen's first step into a court battle that will likely continue into 2022. The motion, from what I read, contends essentially that the SEC has failed to show Larsen knowingly committed wrongdoing. Here's the thing, though. They let XRP run for 6 years. A lot of people bought in. And from a crypto perspective, I own crypto. I don't own a lot of XRP. I'm certainly not holding a bag of it. But here's the thing. I think the crypto nation needs to get behind them. Whether you like XRP or not, this is wrong. Completely wrong for a lawsuit from the SEC to be filed 6 years later, 1 year to the day, or what was it? Anyway, within a year, they couldn't have filed this lawsuit, but they let it run. They knew it was going on. They knew they were making deals. They were approving deals that XRP was making. So I'm not on board with this at all. So, all right. This is the next big story, but first I want to get to this. Burlington Coat Factory is upping its long-term store expansion plans from 1,000 locations to as many as 2,000. 100 will open this fiscal year, while 25 will close or relocate. Dollar Tree is right behind them. Will open 600 new locations in 2021, including 200 Family Dollar stores. That's up from roughly 400 stores last year. So it's up 200 from last year. All right, big news here. So this is where PayPal is headed. So we knew, and you can buy cryptocurrencies and use cryptocurrencies on PayPal, right? So CoinDesk has sources indicating that PayPal could acquire a crypto custodian company called Curve in a deal worth about $500 million. Now, let me tell you why this is big. One is, if they're looking for a crypto custodian company, they're going to start an exchange. They're going to compete with, in America, in the U.S., Coinbase. That is my big prediction for the day. And last but not least, one more crypto note. John McAfee, I don't have it on here. John McAfee was indicted for crypto pump and dump schemes, illegal ICO promotion. The charges include conspiracy to commit securities fraud, wire fraud conspiracy, and money laundering conspiracy for activity related to his cryptocurrency venture, the McAfee team. So he did it. We saw it. I don't know. It's kind of in jest, but I think John's a good guy. He's extremely smart. He definitely knows crypto. So With that said, sorry to end on that note, but it is Friday or Friday, and we appreciate you guys. We're sponsored by StockTrade.tips. Have one goal: to help you profit off the insider knowledge of the hedge funds, and they do it through SMS text messaging. So it's pretty cool. All right, that's it, guys. Appreciate it. Cheers. Have a great weekend. Watch your six. Go hard in the paint. We'll see you Monday. Thanks, guys.